Hello and welcome to this Paul and Larry's Fireside Chat, which is what we're going to call our behind the scenes thing for a bit until we decide to change the name again.
It's a way of mixing things up, isn't it, the Paul and Larry?
Yeah, this is us mixing things up. This is us providing you, because usually we observe the 180-degree rule, which is Larry's on the left and Paul is on the right, a bit like the names, but he went anarchic, he's gone rogue and decided to shake it up for the behind the scenes.
Well, I thought, what could we provide our monthly subscribers that other people just don't get? And other people just don't get to see us sitting this way round ever.
Reversed, I know. So, hey, like this is worth a monthly subscription price alone, isn't it?
It is.
Come on. Regardless of what you're paying. Absolutely. This is top content. So this is the bit where we like to talk about, we sit obviously overlooking our penthouse apartment in Leeds, which you pay for. And the fire, the real fire that you pay for. And we just talk about what we've been up to and what we might have planned. Top of the agenda this week is, for us, and correct me if I'm wrong here, we thinking seriously about ending the briefing.
We thought seriously about it. And then we've had 16 messages back and forth from each other, culminating in Paul this morning saying, we shouldn't end the briefing.
Yeah.
Just
got an email. Hopefully that's someone saying, don't end the briefing.
Yeah, that would be nice. Although that would be amazing if they've done that before seeing this.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
This could be accidentally going out live. I don't know. I could have pressed the wrong button. To talk about a bit about it, the briefing was, we started doing it because our friend Martin Kellner, the venerable, our radio father, said, you boys need to be putting out stuff more often. So then we thought, okay, we did that every COVID briefing ever back in May 2020. We still have all the assets for it, you know, the old wood panelled briefing room and the lectern.
Yeah.
Let's just have me stand in front of it and spout abstract nonsense. Larry come in as a journalist or a reporter or another MP, and then it'll just become a quick writing exercise.
But it's not quick because the world is complicated and difficult, and the thing is we don't allow ourselves to just write any old shit. Which, if we did that, that would be much easier.
It'd be so much easier.
Yeah. So, but as it is, it's a lot of hard work. Now we sound like we're complaining, and we're not complaining.
We're not complaining.
But we're just wondering whether you, as a monthly subscriber and a big flap, lots of you, would you prefer that we're focusing on something, because it takes a lot of time, would you prefer that we spend that time doing something else, like original non-political comedy, for example?
We do need to do original non-political comedy, but it's hard to be non-political at the moment. I wish I was like other online comedians.
Do you?
Doing stuff about,
Eggs.
Yeah, or bloody Netflix.
There's a guy on YouTube who does just him and a green screen, who does like little 1-minute videos where he'll like go back to biblical times or something and just do a little monologue. 8 million views.
What's his name?
I don't know.
His name escapes me. Adrian Bliss. He's really funny.
He is
does
really funny.
He's got a funny delivery where he looks at the camera, and it's just him in hilarious costumes.
Yeah, and he's making a living.
He's making a living off YouTube. I mean, that's the dream. Again, we're not complaining. But basically, yeah, we were thinking, do we ditch the briefing? I think we've decided we don't ditch the briefing. But I don't know. It's kind of...
You can see he's wrangling because he hasn't even made any cock jokes yet. So he's really worried about this stuff.
Writing the briefing is like getting teabagged every week, and also it becomes harder because you do the same thing week in, week out. And you wonder whether people care about it less.
Well, tens of thousands of people watch it.
I know, but there was at one point it was like 250,000 people have seen some of the briefings.
Yeah, it just goes up and down. That's the nature of internet comedy, isn't it?
It is. I know it's tough. But
life is tough.
Life is tough. But writing for the briefing, I think it's akin to water filling a vessel. You know, unlike Bruce Lee, who says you should be water. Water is powerful for the vessel. If you give a day to write the briefing, it'll take a day.
Yeah.
If you give an hour, it'll take an hour, but it'll be shit. If it takes 2 days, it'll take 2 days. So
Yeah.
just kind of a bit sort of, we don't know what to do about it.
Anyway, your thoughts would be most welcome.
Yeah.
We did do another sketch recently, didn't we? Which was the return of Sir Edwin Beaufort.
Which was lovely.
Representing the government's very compassionate response to the Ukraine refugee crisis.
Yeah, and him trying to wangle more money out of the Russians.
Yeah.
That was nice to do a bit of character stuff for a while.
It was.
Funny eyebrows and silly makeup.
And we almost held it together.
That money to say thank you, and also to thank me for coming up with the idea, and to think...
Well, you took a £25,000 donation from Evgeny Eugeniy and...
Because he was very tired and needed to sit down. Do that again, but without looking like you're about to burst into tears.
Okay, I didn't think I was about to.
Because he was very tired. Because he was very tired and needed to sit down. Sounds more Russian.
Eugeniy
yeah.
Okay.
Eugeniy Kabalikov.
Okay.
Because he was very tired and told me he needed to sit down.
Hang on.
Yes, okay. A bespoke... Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Outtakes. That's an important part of a behind-the-scenes video, don't you think? For subscriber-only content, outtakes. That was hard because sometimes when we go to film our sketches, they're humourless events, aren't they? With me just being in a foul mood,
being horrible to me,
being horrible to him. But that was a return to old school. That's another thing about writing the briefing as well. That sometimes you have to throw out a lot of stuff, and it's usually me not writing anything and throwing out Larry's stuff.
Because I'll write 10 times what you'll write.
And then I get really annoyed by that, and I'm like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. And then you get annoyed by,
because we write differently. Paul sits there chewing his gum for 4 days and then comes up with an absolute zinger.
Oh, bless your heart.
And then I break my own bones trying to come up with something funny for 4 days.
But come up with a lot of stuff.
And then Paul throws out 99% of it, sometimes 100% of it.
We've talked about, haven't we, as like a behind-the-scenes thing of having sort of like a live session, or at least recording our real daily briefing writing sessions. But they would be A, boring, and B, you would see the horrible dynamic that I create. You'd see the toxic atmosphere that I create.
Yeah.
What's that? Shit.
Don't come and work for us, kids. Do come and work for us.
Do come work with us.
So, yes, you hate for, don't you? You don't like people working for people.
I'm working with them. Sorry, I've just interrupted what you were about to say.
I was about to say, this might be of interest to some of you, we're also trying to develop some ideas in the audio world, not just in comedy, but also in factual, as they say in the biz.
So, producer.
Making, I was about to say democracies. We don't make democracies, although maybe we should. Making documentaries.
Those things.
Of really interesting stories. So we'll keep you up to date with that. There's nothing happening with it right now. We've asked some questions and we might get some answers at some point in the dimmer distant future.
Did we mention that we were on we did a lot of work last week, as we were on a producer's course. So we mentioned this before. We're on this thing called Indie Lab.
We mentioned it on the live show last week because we were saying that we'd been at that all day and then we came to do the live show. So we'd done no prep.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It worked out quite well.
It was all fine.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to make our company. Well, trying to have a company, aren't we?
Trying to have a company.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to do to have a company, to try to be funny, but also try to be producers and produce other stuff.
But
I'm not complaining.
Don't tell the people that we used to work for that it's hard. Tell those people that things are going incredibly well.
Tell them it's all fine.
And it's easy. And the money's rolling in.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't need the BBC, actually. It's all fine.
Tell them that if you see them.
If you see them in the street, tell them to.
Don't tell them the truth of it.
It's all going well. Yeah, no, Larry and Paul are doing really well. They're not worried about stuff. That's fine.
They're not worried about being broke by Christmas. Which is written on our board.
Broke by Christmas.
That's the current state of affairs.
But this is meant to be uplifting and
cheery.
Yeah,
sorry,
jokes.
Doing? We sat as part of our job.
Yes.
We sat and binge watched 5 episodes of The Witchfinder with Tim Key and Daisy May Cooper.
Yeah, which is written by the fellas who write for Alan Partridge, the Gibbons brothers. That was good. That was enjoyable, wasn't it?
It was enjoyable. Yeah, you were saying it didn't have particularly good reviews, but we sat and watched it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Nice,
it was enjoyable. We watched 4 or 5 episodes of it.
Some laugh out loud moments, some good slapstick.
Yeah, but it's been getting slammed. I think the reason it's getting slammed is because it's because the people who write for Alan Partridge, and they're excellent, but people had really high expectations.
Yeah, I don't know.
People need to have low expectations about us, and when we come to write something, if ever we get round to it, they're just wowed by how prescient and hard-hitting and edgy it is.
Also, what was interesting is in Witchfinder, Matt Green had a cameo.
Yeah, people, our contemporaries.
Yeah,
Matt Green.
Mark Davison of the Exploding Heads.
Yeah. Oh, we've got another email. Hopefully, someone else saying.
Yeah.
Don't cancel a briefing.
Celeste string from
Lazy Susan, who we've done a live show
Not
with
really
before.
a contemporary. We've done a live show with them ages ago, but then now they've got a TV show with the BBC.
They won't remember
Which we
us.
don't need.
We're fine.
Tell them that. Seriously, if you've got any work.
What else have we been doing, or is that have we come to the end of what we've been up to? Do we think that's quite a boring? It's quite a boring video, isn't it?
That's well-ish.
Yeah.
We had a lovely drink with Lisa Holdsworth last week, who is the writer of lots of things, including Call the Midwife. I'm trying to think of the most recent things, and she is the showrunner on Discovery of Witches on Sky.
Yeah.
And she's a friend, and she's really lovely. So we went for a few drinks with her, and then I left sensibly, and you carried on getting very drunk, didn't you?
Got really pretty pissed on a Friday night. That was good. It was nice though, because Lisa Holdsworth is a lovely person. We got to spend time with her, and also she's an excellent writer. And sometimes we'll go to her and go, "Oh, I don't have to do write-ins," and she's really generous with her time.
Yeah. And
Lisa
she's got a new thing that no one's allowed to talk about.
We can't talk about it. No.
But it's exciting though, isn't
Very
it?
exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Hopefully that'll come out. We'll talk about that more in future.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
AOB.
Any other business on the agenda?
I brought in some
This is makeup, by the way.
alcohol-free Guinness today.
I'm excited by that.
It's my wife's birthday tomorrow.
I'm not excited by that.
We're off to the Yorkshire Sculpture Park.
I'm not excited by that either.
Aren't you?
No.
Do you not like the sculpture?
Oh no, I went to Bretton Hall there, didn't I? So I've been there.
Yeah.
I love the sculptures. We got a present. Got a present.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Have you brought it with you today?
No.
No, why would you?
No. I
Only
think
tomorrow.
Mrs. Paul's giving it to tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the present.
Well, we'll see you on Sunday, won't we, for roast dinner?
No, you won't. I'll be away. I'm in.
You're not back in time?
I'm in Scotland doing another folk on foot. I don't think I'm back in time.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I am.
What? Is your better half coming?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Mrs. Paul's coming.
That's fine.
AOB. Before we bring this fireside chat
I really feel like there's something
to an
we're
end,
missing.
something massive we're missing,
Something
isn't there?
massive.
What's happened? Nothing big has happened to us recently, has it?
Not in our world.
Not
no.
in our world.
In the world, yeah, obviously. but
Loads
not-
of stuff is happening in the world.
Yeah, I find that a bit difficult to contend with at the moment.
I'm having lots of dreams about nuclear bombs and I'm trying to be friends with Putin.
Have you had more dreams along that line?
Just trying to be friends with Putin and just trying to be like, come on, mate. A weird one where he owned like a big pet jaguar. Weird. But yeah, no, other than that, I don't think there's any other Larry and Paul business, is
I
there?
don't think so.
Other than to say thank you so much for being a monthly subscriber. Do let us know things in the chat. Email hello@larryandpaul.com. Let us know if there's anything you'd like to see or anything you'd like to do. We still have yet to figure out what we're going to give long-serving flaps.
We're working on it.
Badges, mugs,
Badges.
and badges. That'd be really good.
I keep looking up at the monitor to check myself out and looking at, thinking how good I look and realising it's you because I'm on the other side of the screen.
Thanks, babe. Though there is a small concession, I must say. I've put my microphone here because there's like an oily patch on this where I've spilt grease.
There
where
is?
Maybe I've
What was that from?
eaten a burger and it's just dripped down.
Yeah.
This is costume, but I've decided to co-opt it as actual clothes.
Yeah, 'cause you were eating a burger outside the back of your flat crying, weren't you?
Probably, yeah. I was doing something that just all sort of dripped down me. And there's like an oily patch. So I thought I'd stick the microphone there and hopefully you can't see that.
Sucking dick.
My God, do my ball God do. So, thank you so much for being a monthly subscriber. We'll see you for the next Fireside Chat next week. And we love you lots.
Bye!
Bye!